Hi, it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm making a beef tenderloin, a whole beef tenderloin roast for dinner, and I'm going to make an herbed butter sauce to go over the top. For the herb butter, I'm using 4 tablespoons of butter. I've had this sitting out at room temperature for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just so it gets soft, because we need to be able to push through it with the herbs and combine it all together. This is 3 cloves of garlic I've minced. And this is fresh rosemary. If you never use fresh rosemary, what you do is you just peel off all these individual little pieces and then you chop them up. You need them chopped up really, really fine. You don't want a big bite of those. And this is fresh sage, and it's the same way. You just peel the leaves off of it, and you don't even want the stems. You want to peel it right at the bottom of the leaf, and then you're going to chop these leaves up so that they end up really fine as well. Then I have 2 teaspoons of pepper, a teaspoon and a half of salt, and all I'm going to do is just combine everything together with this butter, and we'll mix it up, and then we'll spread this right over the top of the beef tenderloin. To get our tenderloin ready to go in the oven and roast, we want to remove all of this excess fat and this membrane right here that we can get rid of. So I'm just going to start trimming and get down to meat on all sides. The bottom is usually pretty good. It has just a little bit of spots on it, but this up here definitely needs some work. Now I got that roast about as cleaned up as I can. You don't want to leave any of that big fat on there because it really just crisps up and gets crunchy and isn't a good experience to take a bite full of. We're going to use a racked pan, so we don't want it to sit in its own juices as it's cooking, and we'll just put it into the oven like that. Right before it goes in, we're going to spread that herb butter over the top. So we've taken that tenderloin, and this is the herb butter that we prepared earlier. So I just spread that all the way over the tenderloin. We're going to put this in the oven at 450 degrees and cook it until it has an internal temperature between 125 and 130 degrees. We're going to make a butter sauce as well to go over the tenderloin tonight. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter, but they're divided into 1 and 2 tablespoons. I have a teaspoon of rosemary and a teaspoon of fresh sage. And then we're going to use a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar and a half a teaspoon of Worcestershire. So for our butter sauce, I'm melting that 1 tablespoon of butter in the pan, and then I'm just going to add the herbs to that. And we're going to cook them for just a minute or 2 until they start getting fragrant. And then we'll pull them off the heat and add the rest of the butter and the balsamic and Worcestershire. So this is our butter and herbs for our butter sauce. I'm going to put 2 more tablespoons of butter in, just let it melt into this. And then we'll do a teaspoon of balsamic and a half a teaspoon of Worcestershire, and just mix them all together. And this will just get drizzled over the top of the steaks before the mushrooms and onions go on. So our tenderloin came out. It's rested now for probably 15-20 minutes. I don't tend it while it rests because you don't want it to steam and take all that flavor off the meat. And then you're just going to cut medallions off of this, and it comes out a nice medium rare. So this is a slice of that beef tenderloin with the herb butter, and I have that butter sauce that's going to go over the top of it. And then the mushrooms and onions that we made, and those will go right over there. This is a wild rice hot dish, and the recipes for all of these will be on the website. And then we have our cheesy cauliflower. And then we also did an arugula salad tonight that'll be dished up separate. But just to give you an idea of the plating on it. And look about like that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and consider hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps if you can share my videos with friends and family that might be interested, or watch some of the other videos on my channel. I hope this dish, or one of my other featured dishes, finds its way into your kitchen soon.